Okay, I'm going to do this video, sort of like a YouTube video, but I'm also going to do a stream. So let me know in the chat. Just let me know. I'll be replying to the chat as well. Ask me question. Yeah, so we'll start off. We're going to do a video of world leaders basically bashing Donald Trump before he won, and then seeing their reaction afterwards. It's pretty funny. It's pretty awkward in many cases, so we'll take a look.
The government going to deal with the incredibly personal critique that now front benchers have made when they were in opposition? You said Trump is such an odious, sad little man.
Now you got to work with him.
Imagine being proud to have that as your president. How would you deal with President-elect Trump, who has a very long memory for stuff like that?
Well, two things. Firstly, the Prime Minister, the Foreign Secretary have been working hard to build a relationship with President.
The mustache, it grows back quick. Yeah, no mustache yet, or right now.
Trump and his team, so that in the event that he is elected as the next President of the United States, we start with the strong working relationship, which is...
This guy just has to sit there and pretend that he did not say those incredibly insulting things to Trump.
In our national interest and in the interest of the United States as well. And it's not often I would pray in aid Nigel Farage, the leader of the Reform Party. But as he said overnight, interestingly, look, President Trump, he speaks as he finds. He had a very good meeting with Keir Starmer not too long ago.
Okay, we're going to go to the next one. I think that's pretty much all there is there. As well, in Canada, the Canadian Parliament, the Liberal Party in Canada, was using MAGA as an insult for, I think, far too long when Trump was not in office. When it was Biden, well, he's still in office, but you know what I mean, before the election, that was just used in Canada as an insult. Oh, MAGA, MAGA. Now Trump won, probably has part to do with all the trolling Donald Trump is now doing toward Canada.
Female finance minister, again, is being publicly humiliated by the fake feminist prime minister. What's worse is that she's being replaced by an unelected man outside of her own caucus who her boss is now shielding from conflict of interest laws that allow him to take her job and keep his money. A man who works against our resource sector, who exports jobs to China while championing higher carbon taxes on heating and eating for Canadians.
I've stood up to Trump. And I have stood up to Putin. Juvenile, playground insults from the wannabe MAGA maple syrup conservatives do not frighten me at all.
That's such a bad strategy politically. At this point, it was, I don't know, 50-50, but a little bit of an advantage to Trump even. Don't be throwing around MAGA as an insult when your biggest trading partner right there, your neighbor, don't be using MAGA as an insult. What are you thinking in that instance? I just cannot believe that. It was not the only time. Then, of course, Donald Trump won, and this is the former finance minister who is actually resigned, but now she's got to say, oh, it's actually fine, blah, blah, blah. Read some more comments here. Thank you for the videos. Oh, yeah, thank you very much for watching them. Merry Christmas, one and all. Can we borrowing Trump for a month? Yeah, that's funny.
That a lot of Canadians are anxious. A lot of Canadians have been anxious this week. A lot of Canadians were anxious.
I know the mustache. It'll grow back. It'll go back. It gets too long, and I'm not into like maybe I should be, but like the trimming it, all that stuff. I just have never gotten into that. Maybe one day I will.
Throughout the night, and I want to say, with utter sincerity and conviction to Canadians, that Canada will be absolutely fine. We have
again, they treat like Donald Trump winning like it's this massive problem. A lot of people in Canada like Donald Trump, and again, you shouldn't be using MAGA as an insult for all that time. It happened more than once. I'll show it. I think I have a couple more in the video of Canadians using MAGA as an insult when it was Biden in office. It's ridiculous. It's such a poor strategy. I don't know what they're thinking, but that's the former finance minister of Canada, because very recently, take a look at this.
We are following breaking news from Ottawa, where Finance Minister and Deputy Prime Minister Chrystia Freeland has announced that she has resigned. Now, in a letter...
So I don't know, like people are speculating that part of that is maybe because her and Trump don't have the best relationship. But also Trudeau, the person who proclaims he's a feminist, I think told her it was kind of like a situation where it's, I'm not quitting, or you can't fire me, I quit. So it's hard to say exactly what happened there, but not the best situation in Canada. Now we're going to go back here to the UK, some more instances of people bashing Trump, and then now he's going to be the president again.
Trump's campaign chief has branded the UK's
DWP, yeah, thank you. Yeah, Canada is so woke. Canada is woke for sure. Thank you, DWP. Thank you for watching.
Next US ambassador as an absolute moron. Chris Lasavita reacted angrily after Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer announced Lord Peter Mandelson will take up the post in Washington next year. Here's our political correspondent Harry Horton on the transatlantic row.
Mandelson's appointment is not without controversy. He was twice forced to resign from office, and tonight...
So I should make sure... So apparently this guy called Trump an absolute moron. Now he's working in the UK government, it sounds like. It kind of cut out there. I'm going to make sure I got that.
President Trump's campaign chief has branded the UK's next US ambassador as an absolute moron.
Maybe I'm getting that one a little bit confused in what is actually being said. Someone's calling someone a moron. Here, this is a little bit of an older clip. This is from, I think 2019, but it's still so funny. Especially Justin Trudeau, Prime Minister of Canada, basically just like gossiping like a gossip person about Trump. So I think it's no secret that Donald Trump and Justin Trudeau are not the biggest fans of one another. This one, to be honest, I actually found kind of funny. Emmanuel Macron and I believe Donald Tusk, I think they're kind of mocking Trump's handshake. I think this one just kind of in good fun. See, they start doing the polling thing. I don't think that one is... I bet you Trump finds that funny. Maybe not, but I don't know. This one's pretty funny, too. This is about... I'll just let it play, but this is the leader of the opposition, apparently, in the United Kingdom. And just listen to what she says here. Usually I get socks or a can of cheap deodorant, hoping... This chatter says, are you hoping for a Christmas present? Usually I get socks or a can of cheap deodorant from my twin, 8 daughters, hoping for slippers this year. A Christmas present, socks are always good. Socks are great. I like socks as a present. That's like the cliche thing, but you can never have enough socks.
Congratulating President-elect Trump on his impressive victory this morning. The Prime Minister and the Foreign Secretary met him in September. Did the Foreign Secretary take that opportunity to apologise for making derogatory and scatological references, including, and I quote, Trump is not only a woman-hating, neo-Nazi sympathising sociopath, he is also a profound threat to the international order. And if he did not apologise, will the Prime Minister do so now on his behalf?
That's so aggressive. Now you got to work with Donald Trump. The politics of doing this are ridiculous. Whether it's a Republican or a Democrat, a left-wing person, a right-wing person, what are you thinking? The world changes. Like, it's very common that the left-wing government wins for a bit, and then the right-wing government wins for a bit. Why are you just like, it makes no sense politically to be throwing out statements like that.
The Foreign Secretary and I did meet President-elect Trump just a few weeks ago for dinner for about a couple of hours, and we discussed a number of issues of global significance. It was a very constructive for dinner for about a couple of hours.
I'm not exactly sure if this is the Foreign Secretary in question that said those remarks about Donald Trump. I mean, the camera's panning to him. Not exactly sure.
And we discussed a number of issues of global significance. It was a very constructive exercise.
Given that most of his cabinet signed a motion to ban President Trump from addressing Parliament, will the Prime Minister show that he and his government can be more than student politicians by asking you, Mr. Speaker, to extend an invitation to President Trump to address Parliament on his next visit?
This woman is cooking. Wow. What is, again, like, what are you thinking to do something like that? It's such a weird virtue signal. Thankfully, more of the world is willing to call stuff like that out. But the strategy of doing that is ridiculous.
Mr. Speaker, the Leader of the Opposition is giving a masterclass on student politics.
No, she isn't. That's a very reasonable question that she just asked. You should have to answer for that. That's if like a bunch of your members of parliament didn't want Donald Trump to address you. Oh my goodness.
But seriously, Mr. Speaker, we live in probably a more volatile world than we've lived in for many decades. It is absolutely crucial that we have a strong relationship, that strong special relationship forged in difficult circumstances between the US and the UK.
Look, he should apologize. If what she said is true, and I'll just take her word for it, if what she said is true, that a bunch of the members of parliament of the UK didn't want Donald Trump to even address them, you should apologize. You should apologize like more than once for that. That's such bad politics.
We will continue to work, as we have done in the 4 months in government, on issues of security, our economy and global conflict.
It doesn't sound like he wants to invite President-elect Trump to Parliament. He needs to look after the special relationship. The US is our single biggest trade partner. Given the risk of increased tariffs on UK exports, which threaten our manufacturing sector, will the Prime Minister commit now to continue the negotiations on our free trade agreement with the US, which the Biden administration cancelled when they came into office?
Prime Minister.
Reasonable question.
Mr. Speaker, of course we will discuss issues of our economy with the President-elect, as we already have done. Economy, security and global conflict.
Yeah, he says, Royson says, not true. Trump has massive support in the UK. I just released a couple of videos, or I think just one. I probably will do a few more on the UK, but sounds like, I mean, it's such a biased survey, obviously, but my comment section sounds like there's a lot of support for Trump in the UK. It wouldn't surprise me, though. I don't know the exact numbers, but I would say, like, globally, the sentiment around Trump, I don't know if you agree with this. Let me know in the chat section. I think the sentiment on Trump has changed a ton, not just in the US in terms of like maybe some of the more moderate people giving him more of a chance, but globally, I don't know if Trump has ever been more popular, at least in the context of politics. Maybe back when he was doing The Apprentice or something, generally people had a positive view. It seems like the whole world right now, again, not the whole world, but it seems like a ton of the developed world, whatever, it seems like is more in Trump's favor than they are against him. Maybe 51%, 53% approval. Who knows the exact number? It's so hard to guess. Yeah, total shift toward Trump. The UK is woke, my guy. I've been to Europe many times. A lot of people like him now. The people love Trump worldwide. Yeah, I agree. It's a good shift. I just think like the whole Trump resistance thing, it's not really catching on like it did back in 2016, which is definitely positive. For the Trump agenda, and I just think for like the world in general, I think all the resistance, like there has to be more of an emphasis on building and not just such an emphasis on like resisting everybody all the time. Progress hopefully will happen in the next few years, and a massive move toward the right or center. Actually, yeah, I agree with that. The USA has spoken and Trump has a mandate. I think that would be true. Senate, House, popular vote, won a ton of the Electoral College as well.
Conflict are issues of real significance that ought to unite this House.
Okay, we got a few more here. And again, like I said, it won't be that long of a stream. Like I might do some of these videos just kind of in this format because it's fun. You kind of make a video plus interact with the chat. We got Trudeau again. Like this is before Trump was in office, or before Trump was elected for the second time, using MAGA as a slur. It doesn't make any sense that you would do this. The whole resistance, woke, progressive socialist movement is yeah, I think so. It's good. And like, there should be like a healthy left-wing movement. It's fine to have debates. I just hope that the debates are more focused around economic policy and stuff like that. Even though I'd generally be more of a center-right type of person, it's better when we're not just debating woke stuff, if we're actually debating like tax policy, economic policy, stuff like that.
In Canada, all parties in Canada stand with Ukraine. So it is particularly troubling to see, even though we are seeing a rise of right-wing rhetoric in the United States with MAGA conservatives, across Europe in certain...
What does that mean, a rise of right-wing rhetoric? Every country is going to have a right wing. They're allowed to talk. A rise of right-wing rhetoric, I don't even know what he means by that.
Corners of right-wing politicians and parties starting to pull their support for Ukraine, starting to parrot Russian disinformation Ukraine needs in its hour. Strongest defenders of Ukraine, and I'll admit it, turn their backs. The real story is the rise of a right-wing American MAGA-influenced thinking.
Again, why would you say that? Oh my goodness. Like, Canada needs America way more than America needs Canada. What are you thinking saying this? Even if it, before Donald Trump was elected for the second time, there's a great chance he was going to be back there. What do you think Donald Trump is going to think of Trudeau in Canada or whatever, the Canadian government, whatever you want to call it, when you hear stuff like that? He's just using like MAGA as an insult. Donald Trump's basically entire movement, Make America Great Again. You're saying it like that. I mean, how is Donald Trump supposed to interpret that? Trudeau needs to step down. He wrecked Canada. There's that many taxes. So many people can barely even afford food. Yeah, like the food banks in Canada have been overwhelmed. I was actually going to include that in this video, but I'll just like in terms of graphs and stuff, but I'll just say like Canada as a country has the economy of roughly U.S. states like West Virginia and Mississippi, which I'm sure are great places, but the housing prices way more expensive than Florida. So Canada's in rough shape. Woke is the minority, not the majority of our country. I think that's probably true. I think the woke had a period of being like a very vocal minority, and it kind of drowned out a lot of more moderate, sane voices.
Be that way. It wasn't supposed to be that way. We were supposed to be on a steady, if difficult sometimes.
This is actually after Donald Trump was elected. Trudeau's still going at the... Oh, man.
March towards progress. And yet, just a few weeks ago, the United States voted for a second time to not elect its first woman president. Everywhere, women's rights and women's progress is under attack.
What is the political calculation of saying that?
Overtly and subtly. But I want you to know that I am, and always will be, a proud feminist. You will always have an ally in me and in my government.
Again, this is the stuff that like guys like Justin Trudeau, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, this kind of worked for a while for the last decade in politics. Just virtue signal, say I'm a feminist, say I care about minorities, I care about whatever. It kind of worked. It's ridiculous to look back on it, but it kind of worked. And like, it's just so hollow. It means nothing. What does that even mean? I'm a feminist. Love the content. Like you, I will never tire of seeing these clowns saying stupid things. Keep up the good work, Eric. Thank you. Thank you very much, Wade.
My only request for everyone is to be really thoughtful and go into...
I don't know, the volume here might be a little low. Sorry about that.
The choices you make with eyes wide open. I think there's a number of folks in different countries, and I won't point out any particular one, where folks are going to be wondering about the choice they may be made in elections. Let's not be that kind of country in Canada. Let's be deliberate about the choices we make. And my only request for everyone...
Again, like, it makes no sense. Again, Canada needs USA far more than USA needs Canada. And we're going to, I'm just going to see what I got here. And then we're going to stop on this just for fun. This clip has really nothing to do with the video I've been watching, but I'm just gonna play it because it's hilarious. Hopefully, you can catch it, like have a laugh. A lot of people have probably already seen this clip, but I think it's worth watching twice. He said he's a proud feminist, laugh face. Yeah, so funny. He does absolutely nothing for women, LOL. Yeah, like, and well, I mean, Chrystia Freeland is now out as finance minister, replaced with a man, so bit of hypocrisy, especially when you're just saying this. That happened, I think, like 1 week ago, roughly. Our choices of women, Hillary and Kamala, no thanks. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see, like, I think eventually U.S. will have a female president. Maybe it'll be like Tulsi Gabbard. I don't know.
So we want to thank him. But no, he's not going to be president, that I can tell.
Man, Trump has like the best comedic timing of any politician by far.
And I'm safe. You know why? He can't be. He wasn't born in this country. But the fake news knows that. No, he's a great guy, and we want to have him. Everybody, so many people are in this audience that have helped.
So funny, man. Trump is like the best troller. I'll finish just on this. Trump tweeted this out or posted this on Truth or whatever. Again, like, I don't know what Canada's thinking. Why would you like be antagonizing America economy probably over 10 times, maybe roughly 15 times stronger? You clearly need it. But yeah, anyway, I'll end the video here. I think I probably will do this for a little bit more of videos, just kind of do like a video, but as well live, because then you can interact with the chat, which is fun. Yeah, for the love of hilarious. Yeah, hilarious, I think. So anyway, I'll finish the video here, but thank you very much for watching. Thanks for all the support lately on the videos. Yeah, it's been great reading all the comments, stuff like that. I have a few more videos planned, a few more streams planned. But with that said, I'll finish the video here, the stream here. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. See you later, for the love.